Welcome home, family and fellow citizens of the African Order. I'm here with another video, and the topic of this discussion is you call this leadership. There's an old saying, just because you hoop and holler in the church don't make you no more of a saint than standing in the garage make you a Cadillac. I say that to say this. I used to work at Michigan National Bank, and the day I got assigned there was the day the branch manager was reassigned to outside sales. So no one was no longer using her office. So one day I needed to make a phone call. So the assistant manager said, "Well, Jonathan, use the manager's office. Nobody ever goes in there no more." So I'm in there making my phone call, just jibber-jabbering away, and the customer come in and wanted to discuss a business loan, personal loan, whatever it was he wanted to talk about. I quickly turned him to somebody else. I didn't want to assume the authority that he thought I had. I didn't want to pretend like I knew what I was doing. But imagine if somebody did do that. Imagine if I did pretend I was the manager. What would that branch look like after months or years of me with no experience, no knowledge, running it? And no one came to take me out of it. That branch would function as such a erratic place. It would lose all consistency to other branches. Because I have no experience. I don't know how to set up things. I don't know how to do transactions. But because people think I'm the branch manager because I'm just sitting behind the desk. Do you see where I'm getting at? Right now, we got a clown sitting behind the desk at 1600 Pennsylvania Boulevard. And this guy actually thinks he's a president. And no one has came in there and dragged him out of there. And look at the state this country is in. But let me speak on something else real quick. When I look at my people and the state of mind they have, I can't help but reflect on what it took for us to get this mindset. You know, imagine as you watch this video, somebody on the outside of your relationship is coming to you to have you plot and turn on your husband, your wife, your boo, your bae, and how difficult of a transition would this be? This wouldn't be something that's easy for somebody to do. They would have to put forth some type of superhuman effort to get you to turn on your own people. But this is the state of mind that we're in now. And we had to clear a lot of mental hurdles, a lot of confusion, all because our lives were on the line. And we felt that if we did not comply, we would be killed. And let's call these dark times, because this is not light. When you were in a social setting and you don't trust your own people, You can't work with your own people. These are dark times. We were not designed to function as individuals. We come out of a group or a collective. We had the mentality it takes a village to raise a child. Right now, we are so confused as a people, despite water being contaminated, food um, full of preservatives, country $47 trillion in debt, racial climate is so bad you're afraid to let your own children outside, and even during the midst of a global pandemic, despite all that's going on, we still don't know how to function. We still won't come back together as a people. We have no one to run to. And the only people that we can turn to is ourselves, and we still won't do it. That tells you how deep this psychological warfare has been played on us. And we have got to figure out a way to get out of it. But I want you to understand this. The same confusion, the same look that you had when these devils came into our society and want you to turn against your own wife, turn against your own husband, turn against your own people, and you look like, you want me to do what? It's the same look you're going to have when I say we got to start working together. With who? Our own people. The same mental hurdles, the same confusion, the same doubt that we had getting into this dark mindset, it's the same hurdles, confusions, and doubts that we're going to have to clear to get out of this dark mindset. And why? Because our lives are on the line. If we do not do this, we're going to continue killing ourselves. We're going to continue videotaping other people killing us. And we're going to be no more. Now, I got some good news, I got some bad news, and I got some good news. The good news is if you don't want to work together, you don't want to change the way you live your life, fine. You can keep on doing what you're doing. The bad news is if you do want to change, if you do want to make a better way for your children, you're going to have to work and have to build it yourself. And the good news is you got me that has a plan to do that. And it's all laid out. All we got to do is come together as a people, and we can start implementing these new social, economic, political, and racial strategies to safeguard and protect our way of life. And let me say this to all these Toms or Sambos that Harriet Tubman would have shot. If you don't want this for yourself, that's fine. But you can't tell somebody else what they should have. So we should have no discussion about what I want or what somebody else wants. If you don't want this, don't partake in it. But don't tell somebody else what they should have. Because the fact of the matter is this 243-year experiment of this country is dead. And if it's not dead, it's dying. When you look at all the things that's going on in this world, in this country, if you have not seen the handwriting on the wall yet, then you are willfully blind. And there's nothing wrong with that. Well, there's nothing wrong with the country coming to an end. The willful blindness, that is something, that's a problem. But societies have crumbled throughout history. And societies that's crumbled that lasted a lot longer than 243 years. And the fact of the matter is, you have people in charge that has been in charge since its conception, and they really had no idea how to run a country in the first place. But they sat in a chair and they liked the authority, and they didn't want to get out of it, and didn't nobody come to pull them out of it. And you see where we're at now. So like I say in the beginning of this video, if standing in the garage don't make you a Cadillac, then being white and in charge don't make you a leader. You can sit in that chair all you want, but know this: you never had the compassion, the love, or the mentality to be the leader of this country, to dictate how other people live their lives. But you're too stubborn, and you won't let go of the authority, and you definitely won't let go of my people. But if they won't let go of us, it is time that we let go of them. I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this message, share this message. And with this video, and with all my videos, it is for the complete liberation of my people. And I'll see you in my next message. Ashe.